The auditors arrived on a Tuesday morning. Quiet, polite, almost forgettable. By Friday my career was over. Or at least that's what it felt like. I still remember the exact moment everything tilted. It was 9:12 a.m. in our Vienna office. Sunlight cutting through the tall glass windows and landing in sharp lines across my desk. I was halfway through reviewing quarterly projections when my assistant knocked. Twice, quick, nervous. "External auditors are here," she said. "Unscheduled." That word, unscheduled, stuck with me. We weren't due for another audit for at least 6 months. Still, I smiled, straightened my blazer, and went to greet them like nothing was wrong. 'Cause at that point nothing was wrong. At least nothing I could see. I was the regional finance manager. If there had been cracks, I would have known. Or so I thought. They introduced themselves with soft German accents, laid out their documents, and requested full access to our financial systems. Routine, they said. Just routine. But routine doesn't make your staff go quiet. Routine doesn't make your IT lead avoid eye contact. And routine definitely doesn't make your chest feel like it's slowly tightening, inch by inch, without explanation. By the second day they stopped smiling. By the third they stopped explaining. They worked late into the night, cross-checking entries, printing reports, whispering among themselves. I asked questions carefully at first, then more directly. "Is there a problem?" I finally asked one of them. He hesitated. "There are discrepancies." That word echoed louder than it should have. Discrepancies. Not errors. Not delays. Discrepancies. First, I assumed it was a systems issue. Maybe a syncing problem between departments. Maybe an oversight during the last reporting cycle. But the deeper they went, the stranger it became. Payments that didn't match invoices. Invoices tied to vendors that didn't exist. Transfers, small at first, scattered across months, just beneath the threshold that would trigger alerts. Whoever did it wasn't careless. They were patient, calculated, and they knew our system intimately. The investigators were brought in on the 5th day. That's when things stopped feeling like an audit and started feeling like an interrogation. They questioned everyone. Department heads, account officers, even interns, including me. I sat in that cold conference room, answering questions about approvals I didn't remember giving, transactions I didn't recognize, and signatures that looked like mine. That was the moment the fear really hit. Because on paper, it looked like I had done it. I couldn't sleep that night. Every scenario ran through my head. Suspension. Termination. Public scandal. Years of building my reputation gone just like that. I kept asking myself the same question. How could this happen without me knowing? And a more terrifying one followed. Or did I miss something? By the second week, the company was bleeding. Counts were frozen. Operations slowed. Clients started asking questions we couldn't answer. Rumors spread faster than facts. Some people avoided me. Others watched me. And a few looked at me like I was already guilty. Then came the first real break. One of the auditors noticed a pattern in the vendor accounts. A repetition in formatting. Not obvious but consistent. A specific way of naming files. Particular timestamp behavior. Something only one person in the office was known for. Lucas. Lucas had been with the company longer than I had. Quiet. Efficient. Meticulous. The kind of employee every manager trusts without question. Including me. Especially me. I defended him at first. "There's no way," I told the investigators. "If anything, he's the last person you should be looking at." They didn't argue. They just kept digging. What they found unraveled everything. The fake vendor accounts. Created from his login. The staggered transfers. Authorized during hours he was always working late. The signatures. Digitally replicated, mine. Using access permissions I didn't even realize he had. He hadn't just stolen money. He had built an entire system around me. A system that made me the perfect scapegoat. The confrontation happened on a gray Thursday afternoon. I was there when they called him in. First he looked confused. then cornered. Come. I never meant for it to go this far, he said. That was his first real sentence. Not denial, not shock, just a resignation. He explained everything like he was reading from a script he'd memorized. It started small, just a temporary borrow, he said. Personal debts, pressure, desperation. But once he realized how easy it was to bypass controls, he didn't stop. He refined it, perfected it, expanded it. Years of quiet theft, hidden beneath layers of legitimate transactions. Millions gone. And every safeguard I trusted turned into a weapon against me. What about me? Asked him. It slipped out before I could stop it. He looked at me then. Really looked at me. You were the only one no one would question, he said softly. That sentence did more damage than anything else. Not the fraud. Not the investigation. Not even the collapse of the company that followed. That sentence. The company declared bankruptcy within 3 months. Clients pulled out. Investors vanished. The damage was too deep. Lucas was arrested. The case went public. And my name was everywhere. Cleared eventually, yes. But not untouched. Never untouched. People still ask me how I didn't see it. How someone could operate under my nose for so long. I don't always have an answer. But I do know this. Fraud doesn't always look like chaos. Sometimes it looks like order, like trust, like the person sitting right across from you. Quiet, reliable, invisible, waiting. And by the time you finally see it, it's already too late. If you enjoyed this shocking true crime story, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more suspenseful crime stories, investigations, and unbelievable real-life betrayals. What would you have done if you were in her position? Do you think the trusted employee acted alone? Or was there something even darker behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below.